Hey, what's up, YouTube? Marc and Mike here from Vape Kult. Welcome to our first vlog. And we're going to do a quick introduction, and then we'll get to some topics that we'll be covering today. My name is Marc Stores. Mike and I both work at the Vape Kult shop located in Auburn, New York. Mike is you're the full-time...
I am the full-time...
manager.
Guy there, yeah.
Other person there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then I film part-time occasionally, and I work behind the scenes doing some web and graphic stuff. So, yep, you can find us at the shop. We are located in Auburn, New York at, what's the address? 32?
12 South Street.
Did I say 32?
You did.
Wow, okay.
Completely wrong.
Totally wrong. Don't go to 32 South Street. Go to 12 South Street, Auburn, New York. Find us online at vapekult.com. You can also find us on Twitter, which is what, Vape Kult Mike, right?
Correct. Vape Kult Mike.
Yep. Or Facebook, which is just facebook.com/VapeKult. So check that out. So for our first vlog, I guess we should do some kind of intros for ourselves. And just a little bit about what we're going to be covering. Probably a semi-regular basis, I would think, right? Try to do it weekly if we can.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, cool.
And when we don't come back next week, no complaints.
Exactly. Yeah, if we don't come back, you can't say, "Oh, you put up one video and you never came back." That's just how it goes, baby. That's what happens. So, let's see. Let's start with what we're vaping. That's kind of an easy one to cover, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you got? What are you rolling with over there?
Are we doing hand checks?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right.
Yeah.
That is my Sigelli 100 watt with a Mutation X V3.
Nice. Now, are these available at the shop?
Yes. Well, no, that's not true. We have the Sigelli 100 watt plus.
Oh.
And the Mutation X V3. Yes.
So it's the upgraded version of what you have.
Correct.
Nice. Very nice. What juice are you vaping on?
It's a little Mother of Mercy from our Temple line, our premium line of juices at the shop.
Nice. Nice. I'm currently rocking, as I'm filling it right now, a Vapor Shark RDNA 40 with temperature control on. And the juice that I'm vaping is Lab Rat. Brown Betty. It's high VG juice. Pretty good. I dig it. Clearly Mike is representing the shop, and clearly I am not. So
Mark's nickname is Trader.
Yeah, they at the shop they like to call me Trader because I go to every place else but the place I work for. Mm-hmm. So very nice. Very nice. So yeah, I hope maybe at some point I can do a little maybe we'll do a little talk on, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the Vapor Shark. There's a little tiny bit of controversy around it as
Why
far
are you showing
as
them the side of it? There's
functionality. Oh, sorry. There you go. You can't see that either, can you?
No.
No, not at all.
No, it's completely useless.
Mm-hmm. But there's a little bit of controversy around it, the device itself and the chip. So maybe at some point we'll cover a little bit of that. I do like it. I enjoy it. I use it on a regular basis. It's my go-to mod. With the nickel builds and everything. So at some point we'll cover that. But I think for now, maybe we should talk a little advocacy because stuff this week got a little bit weird. And by a little bit weird, I mean the Department of Health from California apparently has gone on some insane crusade for like anti-vaping propaganda. And you hear the word propaganda and you kind of think like, you know, whatever, you know, don't vape around kids or whatever. But the stuff that they bring up is just crazy. So let's take a look at it real quick here. The website that they put out and the information that they're giving to people, it's a website called stillblowingsmoke.org. Now, obviously, with anything advocacy, if you aren't a member of CASAD, definitely go to CASAD.org and sign up. Make sure that you're on all the call to actions. And did it just get super bright in here? What happened?
The lights went off and I turned them back on.
Oh, okay, nice. Definitely check out CASAD.org. Sign up for all the call to actions. They are fighting for, you know, the right to vape and keeping, you know, the whole advocacy train rolling. So it's really important to check that out. But for this stillblowingsmoke.org, here's just a quick little, don't want to give them too much press, but here's a little piece. E-cigarettes pose risks to health, turn kids into addicts, and give big tobacco big opportunities. Wake up.
Straight up propaganda.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. Especially when you're like, turns kids into addicts? Really? Seriously? I mean, I know that people say, like, you know, kids in vaping, but I just don't see, like... I just don't see it happening. Like... For me, at least, my experience, and most people that I know of, or people that come into the shop, people that we deal with on a regular basis, they're people that smoke that are transitioning from smoking to vaping to quit. But if you're not already a smoker, are you going to already, like, go to vaping? I guess I can see the logic behind it, but is it really realistic?
The way I look at it is this. Kids are always going to do something.
Right.
When we were kids... When they went to do something, it was smoking.
Right, it was smoking, yeah, true.
And I think if they're going to do something now, they're smart enough to know smoking's going to kill them, however slowly. So maybe they do go to vaping. And is that necessarily a bad thing? I'm not advocating for kids to start vaping. But I suppose if you're going to do something, why not pick the lesser of two evils?
Yeah.
And I'm not calling vaping evil, because I don't think it is.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, kids are gonna do.
They're always gonna do something.
Yeah, whether it's drinking or smoking, they're gonna get into something. So I mean, but again, if you're an 18-year-old kid and you come into the shop, you can legally buy, you know, vape gear. And have you had any experience of someone coming in and being like, "Yeah, I don't smoke. I'm just gonna vape." Like, I've never smoked a cigarette in my entire life, but I want to start vaping.
I've had some, yeah.
Really? Huh.
It surprises me every time.
Yeah, I would. It's kind of bizarre. Like, if you're not hooked on nicotine and trying to get off, like, why would you?
I mean, I could probably
just pick it up.
Count the amount of people that have done that on my hands, but
right, it's not a common occurrence or anything.
And they're buying zero nicotine.
Oh, so they're doing it just for flavoring.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So they're not getting the addictive part.
Yeah, but apparently because you know, vaping is around, we're turning kids into addicts, which is really kind of ridiculous. It's just a stupid propaganda campaign. But, you know, CASA has information out there about it. There's ways to counter it. I think something that's pretty important to remember, too, as far as advocacy, is when you are countering these things, is like, now, by no means am I, you know, Mr. Advocacy General or whatever, but give right information, because I do see a lot of stuff where people just jump on there and they just start, like, berating and bombarding stuff. I mean, which is understandable if you're outraged, but you should probably just give information and not, like, react in such a way where you're like, wow, the vaping community is full of psychos, like, freaking out. And I mean, like I said, you can freak out. It's completely understandable, but
you can do it respectfully.
Don't get the FBI called on you. That's what I'm saying, is don't go out there and start threatening people, because that's just ridiculous, and you're not getting anything accomplished. Just
get behind that.
Put the information out, see what you can do. There you go. So, stillblowingsmoke.org, complete propaganda, but there is a counter website, which I'm going to pull up on my iPhone real quick.
It's notblowingsmoke.org.
It's notblowingsmoke.org, which I'm trying to bring up here.
It's all right. We'll wait.
I have fat thumbs and I can't type.
We'll wait.
I think that they're okay waiting for us.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. They might be. Here we go. Notblowingsmoke.org. Oh, sick of being led by harmful propaganda. Blah. There's California Public Health isn't telling you about vaping. And they give you the whole lowdown on everything, obviously. The California site's just trying to say that it's full of all kinds of carcinogens and, well, I guess not carcinogens, but chemicals. And obviously the Not Blowing Smoke site is like, hey, you know what? Nothing's really proven, so let's not jump on the anti-vaping bandwagon, since it is helping so many people quit cigarettes. And let's just, you know, see what happens and do it responsibly, but without completely banning stuff. So,
and it's also reminding you to take a look at who's funding the anti-vaping campaign.
Mike, who's funding the anti-vaping campaign?
Who heard of a little company called Big Tobacco?
Dun dun dun! Big Tobacco. They're turning your kids into addicts, and then vaping is turning your kids into addicts.
And they're outraged about that.
And they're completely outraged about it. Yeah, yeah. Considering that I started smoking when I was 12 years old, which I know is kind of gross.
That's stupid.
It's pretty nasty. Yeah, I was a grubby 12-year-old apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't quit until I started vaping when I was 32. And that was about 2.5 years ago. So I can, Big Tobacco got me at a young age, but then vaping got me off of it. And now Big Tobacco is trying to
get you back.
Get me back? Yeah, why would they want to get me back?
Well,
why would they want to kill me? Why would
they trying to get you back? I think they're trying to protect you from vaping.
Oh, gotcha. Well, at least someone's trying to protect me. That's a good thing.
Right.
That's good.
Why not?
And I'm glad it's R.J. Reynolds. I'm glad it's a Newport 100. Seriously.
Did you smoke hundreds?
Occasionally I would, yeah. Sometimes I
You're
would.
a gangster.
I liked hundreds.
It's weird that you had a beard when you were 12, too.
I was 8 when I grew this thing. That's what happens. It's crazy. Hanging out in the playground with a big giant beard looking like a 32-year-old dude. Teachers were nervous.
I shaved yesterday morning.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice. People have asked, actually, when they come into the shop, they're like, is it a rule to work here that you need a beard? Or like, well, it's not a rule, but it helps. The three of us.
If you're going to apply for a job, you should probably grow, at least a mustache.
Unless you're a chick, don't do that.
Yeah.
Definitely don't do that. Not at all. My phone's ringing. I'm trying to turn it off at the moment. It's my mother. There you go. All right.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
I don't think she's watching.
No, she probably will at some point.
Oh, good.
Here's an interesting thing: is older people like my mother. She's actually not that old, but people that don't know about vaping. What do you tell them? Like when they come into the shop and they're like, they're the typical questions of what is this? Is this healthy? Or the question of is this gonna make me stop smoking?
I start off right at the beginning and show them the equipment and
right.
how it works. And then I get into the eLiquid and what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily get really deep into it and explain all the ingredients unless they ask. In which case, I don't have a problem doing that because you should be informed and know what you're putting into your body. So
right.
I basically do a beginning to end overview, however detailed they want to get. Some people don't care.
Yeah.
And some people really care, and that's good.
Yeah. No, it's good to be informed. I find a lot of older people, the first thing they'll do is, every time there's a news article about formaldehyde, whatever new thing is in the news about what's in e-cigarettes, my mother sends me the link immediately and freaks out. And she's like, did you know that you're vaping no less than 3,000 milligrams of boric acid?
Right. You just vaped a brick.
Yeah. Nice. You're vaping a brick.
No, it's probably every 5th customer comes in and says, is there really more formaldehyde in these than in cigarettes?
Yeah.
And I laugh, and then I explain it to them, and then I tell them websites they can go to do their own research and get themselves informed.
It's kind of an interesting thing that you can put out any news article you want on Facebook, specifically. Not just the internet, just Facebook, because this is where a lot of this comes from. And everybody will share it and freak out and be like, you're killing yourself quicker. I think it was the Japanese formaldehyde study is the one that came out?
That's
the one. That everybody that ran into me, that I had my e-cig and I'm just enjoying myself, not smoking butts, just vaping away, and everyone's like, you got 10 times the cancer-causing agents in that electronic device that looks like a garage door opener. And they just were going nuts about it. And it's like, look, I get it. You're going to see news articles and everything, and people are curious, but do a little investigation when you read these things on Facebook. Don't automatically, half of them are clickbait, for one.
It's true.
So it's just a reason to get you to click to go read something, and it's not even a legitimate website. I'm gonna say 85% of the news articles on Facebook are probably not legitimate. It's just a bunch of clickbait. So
I think one of the main sources of that formaldehyde study that people are coming in talking about was from an MSNBC, which I think was recently rated the least trusted news outlet in the country.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, even the study itself, the people that ran it ended up kind of negating all the findings, because they're like, oh yeah, we completely did this wrong. We vaped it dry for like an hour and just we're burning canthal in metal, or canthal in silica.
Silicon, yeah.
Yeah. So
dry hit conditions is basically how they did the test, which is there's no way you could ever vape like that.
You're not going to vape,
you couldn't continue to puff an e-cig under dry hit conditions. You just couldn't.
Yeah. And if you did, I don't know.
And if you go try,
that's your own bag of crazy right there. If you go try,
right?
Yeah, that's not a good idea. So, I don't know. What do you got?
I did put a call out yesterday for some questions.
Oh, yes.
In case people wanted to have their questions answered in vlog format. I don't know if I ever said vlog out loud before.
I don't think I have. I think the first time I may have ever said it is just now. Is it vlog or vlog?
You can say it however you want.
So blog.
I'm sure someone will tell you you're wrong when you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is cool. We welcome people telling us that we're wrong. It's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Troll if you need to.
Did you give out websites? We'll do that at the end. We'll list our not websites, email addresses, websites, all our contact
info. Yeah, if you Google Marc Stores, MARC, STORRS, I come up for a bunch of stuff. So, how's your Google ranking?
I don't know. I never Googled myself.
Dude, you gotta always Google yourself. What if there's pictures out there of you that you don't even know about?
So this is running long, but it is our intro
vlog.
Right. Vlog.
You say vlog, I'll say vlog.
No, you say vlog.
Vlog.
I want to say vlog.
Okay. Video.
Right. Okay, so we only really have time for one question. We got some good ones. Some of them warrant a whole shorter episode by themselves. But the one we were going to answer today... Hold on. You keep them entertained. I forgot who it's from.
Okay. Entertainment.
I'm going to fast forward this part.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Okay.
You can check out our website. It's vapekult.com. You can see the juice line and the hardware available to shop. And again, if you are in Auburn or any of the surrounding areas, swing in, check it out. Or you can order online. And I think at some point we are going to have discount codes available on the vlog specific. So you gotta watch the vlog to get the discount code. And I'm sure we're gonna be doing giveaways at some point. Maybe t-shirts or juice or something. So
yeah, we should do a giveaway for the next episode.
We should. Yeah,
because
definitely.
I'd be amazed if anybody came back after this. So
it's an intro. Incentive. I mean, you have to give you have to sit down. You gotta be like, hey, this is who we are. Sure. This is what we do. Enjoy it.
We're establishing a rapport.
We're establishing a rapport with you. Yeah, exactly. With you, the listeners. Well, viewers. Viewers. Yeah.
And they can hear, but.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be eventually put on SoundCloud, like in an MP3 format.
All right, cool.
That might be the first time Mike's ever heard of it from me.
You're the tech guy.
It's not that hard. We just rip an MP3, put it up on SoundCloud.
All right. Boom. Any technology problems, forward to...
Marc at vapekult.com.
So our question that we're going to answer today came from Tyler Vincent, and his question was... Do you give out free footlong BLTs?
Oh, free footlong BLTs, as in a bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Mm-hmm. On a footlong roll.
On a footlong roll.
Depending on where you're from, that could be a hoagie.
Could be.
Or grinder.
Could be.
We would call that a BLT sub here in Central New
York.
York.
Every time I hear footlong, though, I think of Subway.
It's true. Because they got that song about
the $5. It makes me nauseous.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
People know where Central New York is. We're from New York.
Oh, yeah. We should probably say that. Yeah, we're from New York.
But we're not from New York City.
Not from the city, no. We're closer to Canada than we are to the city.
It's true.
On a map, go way to the top. Mm-hmm. If you see Canada, go down a little bit.
A little.
We're around there somewhere.
So there's New York City, which is, in relative size... We'll say it's about this big. You're not watching. I'm doing a really good.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
That's about New York City.
Okay.
And then the rest of New York
Pretty much, yeah.
is like this.
Filled mostly with farms
Right. We could literally
and meth labs.
go any direction from my house right now, and within 5 minutes see corn or cows. But then drive another 5 minutes, and you'd be in another town or city.
Yeah.
We're, 35 miles from Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a fan of NCAA men's basketball, you've heard of Syracuse. If you're if you're a fan of really, really subpar NCAA men's football, you've heard of Syracuse University.
I don't know anything about football. I don't know.
They're terrible.
What's NCAA?
Horrible.
What's that?
National College
Oh,
Athletic
I don't know.
Association.
I have no idea.
Division I football, we have about the worst team.
Well, what about
there
Division
is.
4? Are we good in Division 4?
There's no Division 4.
Why isn't there a Division 4?
And then if you're a fan of lacrosse, you've probably heard of Syracuse.
Bleep.
And why else would you hear of Syracuse? A bunch of famous people like Bob Costas went to Syracuse University.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm bragging about Syracuse. I don't even live there, and I don't really care.
And frankly, I think that Rochester's better.
Frame of reference. We're between Rochester and Syracuse.
Yeah. Yeah. But when I hear the footlong BLT, I think of Subway. And when I think of Subway, I get instantly nauseous because it might be the worst sub ever made by man. Of all the great accomplishments that the human race has ever achieved, Subway is the worst. It's got to be the most horrendous sandwich. It's just not even close to being good. Like, who comes up with the idea to do that? They're like, here's 3 pieces of turkey and like some ham and then some cheese. It's just garbage. It's
I happen to know someone who is a food scientist for a big company. And he's
really?
He has developed
I didn't
recipes
know this for Subway.
For companies like Subway. You got to imagine how
well,
that
if
works.
he's
like,
developing it
with
for
a roll
Subway,
and cold cuts and all that.
He needs to adjust his.
He's a good guy. Here's a bit of trivia.
So
I gotta leave that one alone.
So
he doesn't want to be mentioned. On this
so I
podcast.
shouldn't push my Subway
no,
info
he doesn't.
on him.
He'll never see this. He does not like you. So
well, good because most people don't. All right, perfect.
Here's today's trivia.
Okay.
Which fast food chain has the most locations?
I'm. It's gonna be something weird, like Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm gonna say McDonald's because
you're wrong. I'm just gonna cut you off right there.
Oh, okay.
You're
all
wrong.
right.
Would you like to know the answer?
I would like to know the answer. Yes.
It's Subway.
Is it seriously Subway?
I think it's because it's one of the cheaper franchises to buy.
Oh, because you can invest in it easier than
I think it's
a
like
McDonald's.
100
Because of their subpar food, it's very easy
no,
to just get chemically made cheese.
Their franchise fees are one of the cheapest.
Because it's subpar food, so they cut that cost and then they pass it on to the people that want to buy the franchise.
I don't know if that's how it works.
I'm just assuming.
They have to buy a lot more products than McDonald's. McDonald's just buys fake meat.
It's true.
And rolls.
True.
Why are we talking? This has nothing
Why are we talking about
do...
Subway? Yeah, because of the question. Well, no. Well, didn't we get a question about working in a vape shop?
We did.
We did.
But
yeah.
we're gonna answer that in a longer format. Not longer than this one. But...
Right. Well, sometimes you gotta talk about subs in your introduction. I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's true. We should rename this podcast. I just thought of that.
The anti-sub.
We'll call it Tangent.
Yeah, going tangential.
Welcome to Tangent.
Going tangential is generally, I think, a pretty good idea, though.
Yeah, people like that. People on the internet have a really long attention span.
Hey. Take it or leave it. I don't know. Let's get back to a little bit of vaping. So, we plan.
What are you gonna vape later?
Oh yeah, Mike hooked me up with some new experiments here. It's a strawberry cream menthol. Mike recently made me a banana cream menthol, which is really good. It's probably my all-day vape. That's like crazy. I have some nasty sinus issues, so to do anything menthol, and it's got a pretty decent amount of menthol in it too, opens me right up. So I was telling him that I wanted something a little bit different, so we hooked him up with a strawberry. So we're gonna try that out and see how it is. And is there any new products coming to the shop that we should tell people about? I know the iSticks have been pretty popular. And the MVP 30s have been pretty popular as well.
Yeah, box mods in general,
right?
are hard to even keep in stock at this point.
Yeah, I've noticed that
I've
they
seen
fly
a shift
off the
from,
shelf.
It's mostly younger people, but I have seen a shift in people walking in and not even asking. It used to be they'd come in and ask for a starter kit,
Right.
meaning an Ego starter kit, Evox style tank.
Yeah.
And now they walk in and they say, "Someone told me about a box mod. I got to get a box mod."
Wasn't I there when that happened? There was
It happens all the
yeah,
time.
I was there and a guy walked in like, yeah, I want to get a box mod. I'm like, do you have a starter kit or anything? He's like, no, just want a box mod.
Yeah, people will come in. People have come in and bought box mods and sub-ohm tanks to vape their zero neck.
Hey,
Some
there
of those
you go.
people are the people that never smoke. They're not even quitting smoking.
Yeah.
They're the clouds, bro. People.
Oh,
We'll get
that's
into that at another point.
the clouds, bro. Yeah,
Clouds, bro.
clouds. And I mean, I guess if it's their first setup, it's kind of understandable. I think Mike and I will agree that we generally push people towards just starter kits to get them going, and then kind of go from there with it. But yeah, some people come in and will go right to the mech mods and be like, I want that.
Because they look cool.
And you're like, well, do you currently vape or anything? They're like, absolutely not. I smoke cigarettes, and I want this big metal pipe with a battery in it. And then you gotta talk them down.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how
And-
to build a coil? Do you know what resistance
Yeah.
even means when it comes to electronics? No.
And that's kind of, in a vape shop, part of your responsibility, I think, too. Not only is the education, but is to push people in the correct direction. So when they come in, they're like, I want that 26650 mech mod because they saw it somewhere. It's a dance that you have to do, but it's not. It's
I firmly believe
understandable that you got to push people to the safe and correct direction.
I firmly believe you could get yourself an Ego starter kit and quit smoking and be fine.
Plenty of people do it.
A lot of people do it. I think that's most of the customers we serve are people that quit smoking.
Yeah.
That come in every week to get more juice, and they're just vaping their Egos and they're happy as can be. And then there's a whole other group that is just constantly chasing
Yeah.
the better puff.
That's where I came from. I started off with a blue, and I don't know how many Cigalites I bought. I must have spent so much. I still have a bag of them at home. There's tons of Cigalites.
Who makes blue?
Dun, dun, dun. Big tobacco. They're back. They're keeping us addicted, and we're addicting the children. Addicts everywhere.
Makes me sad.
It does.
Makes me sad.
You look sad. You look like you're like, dude, I'm bummed out.
Yep.
So yeah, I started off with the Cigalites, went to Ego style, and now I have no less than 8 box mods. And only one mech mod, which is astounding.
It was 7 the other day. What did you get?
I don't know. I may have purchased something. Something might be in the mail. I'll be getting some vape mail.
This is my favorite. I feel no need to get.
Yeah, you've been rocking the
Another
Sigelli
one.
100 for a while. Ever since it came out,
just
yeah.
works good.
Yeah.
Or works well.
You know, the DNA 40 has been, like I said, my go-to so far. I also have the Vapor Shark, and I have the Hannah 40. But like at work, I just use my Sigelli 50 watt, and I've been keeping it around 40 or 50 watts.
I really like that one too. I'm gonna
the
get
50 watts. Yeah, it's one of my favorite box mods. It's
I'm
just
gonna
tiny
grab a
and
new
usable.
one.
Yeah, it's good. You know, I
50
think
watts is enough for me, really.
Yeah. I mean, even with this at 40, like I never rock this that high. Like I just don't have to. I just do my builds in a way that I don't have to, go that high with it.
I'm
But
vaping arbitrarily at 43 watts right now.
nice.
At a 0.2.
I think I am
3.2 volts.
I am currently at 30.4 watts, but because it is temperature controlled, I'm at 490 degrees Fahrenheit, so the wattage doesn't really play that much into it.
We're gonna rename the pod. And it's not a podcast. This is I'm calling it a vlog. We're gonna rename it Vapor Snob.
Vapor Snob.
There's probably Vapor Snob juice out there already.
There's
Sorry.
there's got to be, I'm sure. And if you're a Vapor Snob watching this, then no disrespect. We just made the name up. You just so happened that you took it. So
First.
there you go.
Yeah.
For you.
I'm gonna go trademark it.
Get the website for it real quick. Yeah, totally. So I think that'll wrap it up for our introduction vlog. And you can contact us at Well, the website address again, vapekult.com. That is the shop that Mike and I work at. Let's also put out there that we are not the owners of Vape Kult. I get that quite a bit. People are like, oh, you own that e-cig shop. No, I'm not the owner. The owner is a mutual friend of ours who may or may not be on this at some point.
Maybe.
I'm going to be this and may not. We'll get him to come on sometime to say hi to everybody.
You all need to meet Rich.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's
really
not
good...
even going to watch this.
No, he doesn't care.
He thinks we're idiots.
Yeah, he totally thinks we're idiots. He's like, you guys really? He's like, seriously, guys?
Oh, you guys are going to do a vlog? That's cute. That's
Aww. Really cute. You guys should get married on the internet.
Whoa.
It's what he would say.
Oh.
Just saying.
I don't think Rich would say that.
I think he would.
So you can get a hold of me directly anytime, day or night. I may or may not answer, depending on what time of day or night it is. On Twitter, at Vape Kult Mike.
All one word, right?
Correct.
Right.
At Vape Kult Mike. VAPEKULT. You can get a hold of our shop at Vape Kult on Twitter. You can get a hold of Marc Stores at Marc Stores with a C.
Mark with a C.
That's ridiculous.
It's the proper way to spell Mark.
On Twitter. You can even email me if you want. Mike at vapecult.com. You could email Mark if you want to. I don't care if you want me to give it out or not.
It's Mark at vapecult.com.
Yeah, with a C.
With a C. Mark with a C at vapecult.com.
It's not a silent C at the beginning.
No. There's no umlauts. There's nothing there. It's just Mark. Mark. M-A-R-C.
You went to the umlauts.
I went to the You have to. It's an exotic spelling of Mark. Maybe not that exotic. There's no Q or X in it, but whatever. It's fine.
All right.
It's good. Mm-hmm. Or you can find us on Facebook, too. Facebook.com/VapeCult. MarkStores.com.
You could shout out the window.
Yeah.
Just yell Vape Kult, and we'll probably deliver you some juice if you want.
Probably, more than likely. Yeah. And if you got any questions, comments, or suggestions, by all means, feel free to contact us. And again, this is just an intro, so don't troll too hard on it. But
no, go ahead. I'll read
actually, if you want to troll because that would give us stuff to talk about.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you for checking out our first video, and we're going to see you next week.
Just go ahead and do whatever.
Test purposes?
Yeah, just to see what it sounds like.
All right.
I love the sound of my voice.
Me too. Oh, I went cloudy.
How does it focus? It'll definitely.